System start up, yes. System start, who cares? Good morning, you wonderful lot. Today I am at Sedgemoore Services. I'd been to Emerald Green, Sainsbury's. I dropped off there and I'm on my way to somewhere that way. Don't know. So I've had to have myself a bit of a break. I've probably got about I've done 4 hours ish. So I'd have to put it on a break so I could carry on the rest of the way, and then once I've got to the place I can have a break down there and then I can oof myself back. I would like to show you something, but it's a secret. Not really, no. I'm actually I'm working for these today. Here's cleaner. Yes. I'm I think I'm one of the agency drivers that goes from the agency I'm using. I think they're glad that I came back from my, well, I called it a week and a bit vacation, because my so-called full-time position that I'd gone for, it went tits up. So I decided that this is not for me, and the week that I'd done plus 2 days was the most depressing fucking week that I'd ever had, to be honest with you. It was fucking horrendous, but I did it because I needed to try it, right? And bear in mind, like, I've been on the agency now since what would it be? It was the 2nd of September that Raymond's fucked me off. Didn't know what I was doing myself. I had no fucking clue. I think I spent the rest of that week well, actually, no, let me tell you, I got suspended on the Friday. The incident happened on the 2nd of September, and I'm trying to get me, because it's been a while there, like, you know, I've been to bed since then, so bear with me. So 2nd of September is when the incident happened to me, when the vehicle malfunctioned, right? Then that was on a Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was fine. Friday they told me that oh, by the way, there's no work for you, you've been suspended and there's a letter coming. Imagine my fucking surprise. I'm like, well, what the fuck have I done to get suspended? I've done nothing wrong, which I hadn't. I've done nothing wrong. And I'm frantically phoning people now, trying to get some answers as to why I've been suspended. I got hold of them more on that instigated this shit in the first place, and he told me that I'd reversed the vehicle into the fence and you could have killed somebody. I went, hang the fuck on a minute. No, I did not do that at all. The truck malfunctioned and it fucking shot backwards. I had no control of what the fuck this thing was doing at all. I says, do you really think that after 21 years that I'm gonna stick the key in ignition, turn the engine on, wait for the air to build up, because that's another thing, there was no fucking air in the system, wait for the air to build up, and then once the air's built up, select reverse, take the handbrake off and floor it? I'll go in, no. Am I fucked? The vehicle was parked on a slope, right? The fence was behind me. So anybody that's worth his salt, when you're parked on a fucking slope, even though the handbrake was on, even though there's no air in the system, you've still got your foot over the brake. It's a natural thing. And the fucking last thing you're expecting is that when you turn that key and it goes and it goes wallop that way, you ain't prepared for fuck all, mate. I'm telling you that now. The fucking thing malfunctioned, it shot backwards. Even though everything in my fucking knowledge of these particular vehicles and HGVs in general, if there's no air in the system, well, how the fuck do the brakes release? Because the brakes are spring loaded. If there's no air, the brakes are on. If there's air, the brakes can go on and off. You know when your brain's on fire thinking, what the fuck? Because I was absolutely fucking petrified of when it happened. It scared the fucking life out of me. My heart nearly fucking jumped out my throat. Because as it shot backwards, my instant reaction, because it was engaging, it fucking went, was to stamp on the brake, and I was hanging on the steering wheel as it's fucking doing this, trying to fucking move, and I'm like, dang, 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 what the fuck's going on there? And I couldn't fucking believe it. I honestly could not fucking believe it. And then when I finally got to my senses, and I went, right, what am I going to do then? Because I'm looking at the fucking display, and it says there's no fucking air in this thing, so how the hell is it moved to start with? And what the fuck is going on? So I turned it off. I went, right, I've turned off now. Okay. What the fuck was that? It took me at least fucking 10 minutes to calm myself down. So I give them a ring. This was on the Monday, by the way, Monday morning. So I give them a ring and explained the situation, told them what had just happened to me, right? Oh, have you got any camera footage? All there was interested in the fucking dash cam, right? I said to the guy on the end of the phone, I says, mate, I hadn't got that far. I literally put my fucking bag in the centre of the cab, put the key ignition and turned it. That's all I've done. Because there was no air in the system, I wanted to build the air up while I'm doing this shit. So how on earth it shot backwards in the first place is beyond me. I have no fucking clue. But it did. I don't know. I'm at a loss. If anybody out there who is a fucking daft mechanic, bearing in mind these are like 61 plate dafts, by the way, they're old. If you can explain to me how, when the gauge reads 0 on the air, that the fucking thing can still shoot backwards. Because to me, that means that even though there was no air, the brakes weren't fucking on. Something had disengaged, I don't know. Anyway. So I went and got myself another truck. Because we had spare, because there's fuck all up in Cannock now anyway, because the way that the Nolans have actually destroyed Cannock Yard is fucking pathetic. So I got another truck and I got on with my day, right? But before I got on with my day, I went and fetched the fitter's van, charged the system up with air, sat there gingerly with the key thinking, dare I turn this fucking thing on? Because I wanted to pull it back over the sleeper and off the fucking fence. Now as soon as the air got 3/4 away, just over, turned the key, fired up, perfect, not a problem. What the fuck was that all about? How? Because it's still going through my mind, like, you know what I mean? But, you know, it was a fucking clear accident, nothing to do with me. I did nothing wrong, and yet, there you go. So I carried on with my day. I did Tuesday, I did Wednesday, I did Thursday, and that's when I found up on the Thursday evening, because I'd forgot to phone in the afternoon, because they told me that there was no run for me, even though it's 1:45. It was like, well, sometimes I do that. And so when I actually remembered, which was about 7:30, that's when I was told that you've been suspended and you got a letter coming. So I'm like, who the, when the? Like I say, I got out of the numpty who instigated this, which I know full well he decided. Because here's the thing, when you're being paid less than minimum wage most days, and you start fucking asking and telling them they've got to pay more money, then they'll try and find anything they can to fuck you off, right? Because that's what they've done. The Cannock Yard is an absolute disgrace. If you've ever been to Bridgetown Cannock and the John Raymond's Transport Yard there, Well, this is what Nolan have basically diminished it down to. There's half of the parking now available. There is no driver's reception. There is no toilets available, even though the landlord who owns the site has allowed the drivers to go use the site toilets, not the ones that we pay for, or well, Raymond's paid for it, but they don't do that. They're like, no, we ain't paying for it. But he says, no, you're all right, you can use them. I wouldn't stop you from using the toilets. But we had them. We had toilets. We had a top half of the warehouse as well, where we had the bay door. So whenever there's any loads that needed to be transshipped or rectified because they've been shot, or just general fucking about, really, we had the facility to do it. But then they decided that they don't want the sublease anymore, so they just come out of it. And then when I started to complain about wages months later and the state of the yard and what the drivers having to go through, even though there's only 3 day, 3 night and 4 trampers, it's irrelevant. There still should be facilities there for the drivers, which there isn't. You can't get a drink, right? You can't do that. Oh no, that got took off us. So I complained, and then I also complained that it says, look, unless the driver actually rushes his tits off to get back within a reasonable hour, you're breaking the law because you're paying less than minimum wage. It doesn't matter about rounding it up anymore. That's fucking irrelevant. It says you're breaking the law. We need to have a pay rise. We're only picking up $125 a day, and that's before tax. And the answer was, oh yeah, we talk about that. We're having a negotiation about that now. I was thinking, you know what? Why is it that people like that, who know full well they're lying through their teeth, still do it anyway? There must be something wrong with their brain. Instead of come with a straight answer, unfortunately we can't. Then the proceed would then be to contact is it MRC, MIHC or MHC? I can't. It's the Inland Review people, the tax people, because if you're paying an employee less than minimum wage, right, that's breaking the law, and that's what they were doing. They was breaking the law, and they're breaking the law quite a lot. But because I was opening my mouth and I spoke to the CEO, this is another one, because I'd complained again about the fact that from the end of November, December last year, that there'd been no office staff, nobody to come up to the Cannock yard for 10 fucking months to come and just check things out, have a chat with us, see what's going on, and obviously listen to some of the issues that we're having, from the fact that we've got no facilities, the fact that we've got no fucking CPCs done anymore, the fact that the money was being taken out the wages for the CPCs, but that facility got taken off us, they weren't doing them no more. The fact that the money's shit, right? All those things. There's nobody to talk to. And if there was somebody in the office when that incident happened to me, and I went and showed them what had fucking gone on and got them to the cab so that they could see inside the cab and see the fact that there's no air in it, I'd have had a witness to the fucking fact that it wasn't my fault. So they sent up a guy. His name was Mark. I don't know what his last name is. I wish I did now, because I'd have fucking had it with him. And we had a chat along with the other driver that was there, and there's no offices, it's raining, so we had to stand inside the fitter's hut. That fucking shithole, because there's no facilities for him. He's come up and he had to wait in his car before the night drivers turned up. That's how pathetic it was. And we told him about the money factor and the fact that the night drivers mentioned about the CPC courses and lack thereof, and they've had to take their own time to get them done themselves and pay for them themselves, even though they've been paying in the wages. And then it was all good, nice conversations, and then he was gone. A week later, I'm talking to one of the lads on the phone as I'm asking for what my job is next, where am I going, and I says, anything happened about Mark? I says, did he get any joy? Well, he says, oh, Mark's been sacked. Are you fucking kidding me? The CEO has been sacked. What the fuck is he being sacked for? How? He's a fucking CEO. Apparently he wasn't doing his job properly. And I'm thinking, you mean to tell me that he went to the bosses saying you need to start paying these drivers more because you're breaking the law, and then fucked him off? Because that sounds about right. conspiracy. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I can't believe that. So all of the conversations from me, the other driver and the night drivers is now fucking pointless. Absolutely pointless. Waste of fucking time. Because a week after that conversation, he got sacked. Now, did he get sacked because he's bad at his job, even though he'd been there for 12 months? I think realistically after 12 months, or even before 12 months, you'd have known that the guy was any good or not, wouldn't you? So to me, I think they was asking too many questions. That's what I think he was doing. He was asking about the pay, the fact that they're breaking the law, and they just hoofed him off. And that's the reason probably why they fucking hoofed me off, because I started asking questions and basically telling we need to have more money, we need a pay rise, and they've got rid of me because the other lads are just fucking carrying on, and they're still today, right? This is nearly, what are we on now? From when I complained, nearly 4 months ago, I'll bet, and they're still the same. It's still 125 for the day. And it's only 130 for the night drivers. I thought it was actually a bit more than that, but it's 130. That's what Nolan are like. They're shit. When I went for that job, I was asked to write down the any kind of references, and the only reference I had was Nolan, Raymond's, and I couldn't put them down. I wouldn't want to reference off them fucktards anyway, not a chance. Not a fucking chance. The worst thing that John Raymond ever did, the company that is, was to sell it to Nolan. They are nothing but a bunch of cowboys. Fucking terrible. But once I'd got over the shock of not having a job and being sacked for the very first time in my whole working fucking career, I got myself on an agency, one before the one I'm on now, and had a go. But like I say, I'm never done it before. I've got no idea what I'm walking into, and I had to force myself not to sit in a room up a corner and literally fucking die. I had to force myself out of that and just get in with it. And going into different companies, you have to go through all their inductions and stuff. So every new place you go to, induction, and it's terrifying when you've never had to do that before. You know what I mean? Because when I was driving, when I first started doing it, it was an interview. Yeah, that was it. None of the shit you have to do today, mate. Fucking hell, man. So of course, not the best of thinking, especially when you're still traumatised from being sacked from something that's actually happened to you, not something you've actually done. Well, whatever. Such is life. But here we are. I mean, today I'm driving for Kalina. I've done a few jobs for the last couple of months for different companies. I've got a few under my belt now, so I can just go and do the job and come back, like, you know what I mean? I think the agency wants to keep me in Kalina for the time being, so I might end up being here for some time. To be honest with you, it's not that bad. I mean, I struggled with the paperwork first, but once I had a guy sit there and explain it to me where I was going wrong, because I had to muddle through myself, it actually started to make sense. So it is a lot, and it is fucking very pedantic, but you can understand why Kalina vehicles don't get pulled over by VOSA, because the paperwork is fucking meticulous. And going from John Raymond's transport stroke fucktard Nolan to Kalina is, well, put it this way, this is the reason why Nolan and Raymond, sadly, for the driver's sake, are being pulled over left, right and centre, because they're absolutely shit. And the fucking garage, well, if it was up to me, mate, I'd have sacked a fucking lot of them in that garage. But hey, there you go. That's my little rant for the morning for you. I hope that has cleared up a few things that you might have been thinking about, you know, why, what for and when, but that's the reason why. And now I'm on my way. I'm going to fill my paperwork in, write down my departure time, because you have to fill that in. And this is the break section of it, so I'm having, what will it be? So we're talking maybe 10, 12 minutes, so 10, 12, so that will be a total of 50, so what does that make up? I'm going to have another break in a minute, not in a minute, when I get there, because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to get back, not in one fell swoop anyway, so I've got another hour to go yet before I get there, so yeah, all good. Let it tick over for one more, and that be me done. Right then, I'm going to go, and I'll speak to you a lot pretty soon, to be fair. I'm going to keep going through the archives on the old videos, and I shall be putting there'll be random dates. It could be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, all the way up to 21, I think. There might be some bits and pieces there, but I'll just keep doing them as I find them, because there's a lot of folders with a lot of videos and a lot of video folders, so give me a chance, and I will keep putting them together for you, and you never know, maybe, I can't promise it, but maybe there might be a drive along in one of these. But anyway, I'm going to go, so I'll speak to you a lot later. Have a good one. Ta-da.